on the road this morning, heading north and then south.
Well, if they're going to 107.
Leaving Warriors Path State Park here in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Hello, fellow RVers. This is Gary and Sharon with Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Well, freedom's brought us to Mount Airy, North Carolina, to Mayberry Campground. Anybody remember Andy Griffith?
Continue.
Well, we're here, private park. Find out what this one's like. We'll let you know. This must be the line.
Okay, entering the park. Check in right there at that little log cabin store right there. There's your first look at the park on this chilly fall morning. 1 to 2 through 12 first, I think. Now you're assigned a site, so it doesn't really matter. We just want to give you the lay of the land. So pull-throughs, plenty of space, electric, water, and sewer. But there is an overview of some of the rest of the sites. So we just passed site 5 for your reference. But again, you don't get to pick your site. I guess you could probably give a preference. Playground down there, pavilion. There was a grand design meetup here last night. We talked to one of the gentlemen that was participating. Meeting area. But there's 29, 30, 31. And a pond.
Catch and release only.
Yes. Do you need a license for this?
No.
And they sell bait at the camp store.
Says it's a well-stocked pond.
Yeah. All right, so that's just this little area here, which was full last night, Saturday night. They had a Halloween decorating contest over the weekend, so some really cool decorations. I would have taken more pictures. I was thinking people would still be here, but no, they took their decorations down and left. I guess that whole Monday have to work thing. This site 16, is a sweet little site here all by yourself. And that house over there, we'll tell you about in the wrap-up.
32 through 53.
Yep, right over there is the bathrooms, but we'll see that area in a minute. So some back ends, some pull-throughs. 32 is that first pull-through right there. 33. We do appreciate that there's some space between sites. 34, 35. Site 40 right there. And there's one of the ponds. Nice. Another little covered picnic area. They have like little fireplaces here and there. Oh, each place does have a fire ring.
This park is terraced.
Yes. Because we're in North Carolina, y'all, which is just like
So you'll have one level of RVs and another level, then another level.
So looking up right there, there's a food truck that's open sometime, and those are the bathrooms, and there's a camp store over there. So that is the area we just did, and we're going to check out this area over here. This is kind of our neck of the woods. 66 through 70, there's no outlet there. So make sure you know where you're going, but we are down that little area. So we'll give you a closer look at that in a moment. We're going to do 56 through 63 then. 56 through 63. There's 59, 60. So there is that pond again. And we're coming up here, I guess, that goes around. Really not sure. But we're going to try to show you as much as we can. This is a big park. They have a lot of space sites, and they are loops within loops. They do have storage here too. And where do you see the dog park? It is amazing. All right, coming along here. Now I'm sure they have seasonal folks. I know there is a section for seasonal folks, but look at some of these. These may be seasonal too. Big giant propane tanks and whatnot. Well, monthly sites, I think, are the other places. Oh, there's some decorations there. Yeah, so these folks look like they're here for a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is the part we were just at. Give you an overview of where we just were. The lower numbers of the park. And again, there's another seating area. And so where to now?
Well, I drive in front of our sites and down this row here.
Yeah. So this little spur right here we're about to go down. Well, it's a loop, but the pull-throughs I'm showing you on the right, that's our little neck of the woods. So there's the sites. I don't even see the numbers. But
Well, we're 68.
there we are at 68. A sign site. And they were very nice. There is a pond over here too. When we don't have neighbors, we can see it. We have water view. But we were assigned a site, and we had to change our reservations, and we would have had to move, but they did a good job of getting us in one spot.
You can notice how what I mean about them being terraced.
Yep.
Our level, the next level, then the next level.
Yep. Going up, friends. So these sites are nice because I can see the water from your yard. Site 80, and there's sites on the other side of the water. Site 83. So coming around this way, there is this little spur to the left, which is, just another set of back ends. And then right here is the dog park. It is huge. See how big it is? So there is the interstate over there, Interstate 74. You can hear it, but it doesn't bother us where we are. And there are some Halloween decorations, and there are some rentals up there. Now this is a little loop right here. So that's just a little loop. That was full over the weekend. Nice little cul-de-sac area. You can see the mountains in the distance. Love that. There's 55. So there's different rows here. A lot of pull-throughs. Plenty of room. The camp store is right there behind us. And they have all kinds of RV supplies. So here's a look on the other side of the hill. I'm not sure, we just wanted to give you just a little picture of this. I'm not sure how far we'll go up in here because I think they have, there's a sign that says don't enter this one part. No turnaround, monthly campsites, and tiny home residents only. So we're not going to go that way, but we can head on up here and just do this giant loop. I like these sites up here. I'm not sure if they're seasonal or not, but 108 to 128, it's kind of like the quiet side of the campground.
Not that the campground was noisy.
No, it wasn't really. I would be perfectly happy right there where I was again. But just, it's kind of nice up here. The sites seem to be a little bit larger. Maybe they're premium sites. I don't know. Not all of them, though. So this was full last night, so folks are leaving.
There's tiny homes.
So I don't know the story about the tiny homes. I'm not even sure if that's one of theirs. Okay, and there's some sites there that back up to the property line. But you can see, kind of nice. Now here, this view I want you to see. This is such a lovely campground. So down there you can see the road that goes to the monthlies. But look at the pond.
You can see how it's terraced.
And the mountains, and there's geese. Oh, we'll have to tell you some more specifics about that camp store in the wrap up too. It's 53 degrees and breezy here on this October 27th morn in Mount Airy, North Carolina. We'll tell you about that in the wrap up too. Wrap up coming up. There was a tent there last night, so I guess they do allow tent camping here. Tractor, all decorations.
There is no dump station.
No dump station, but that's okay. Full hookups here. All right. I want to show you as we're going back to our RV. You can see like a little wishing well, and there's a couple of fire pits here on the left, or fire holders, what would you call them? So you can come up and bring your chairs and sit around a bigger fire if you have a group. But I really like the Tree of Life one right there, right in front of that little pavilion. Beautiful. This guy on the end here, he had the most coolest Halloween decorations, all taken out now. Back to Rough Road.
Now we are reporting to you from Poplar Point, Poplar, not popular, popular, like the tree, I guess, Apex, North Carolina. But we're doing a wrap up on Mayberry Campground in Mount Airy, Tennessee.
No,
Mayberry,
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Sorry about that. Mount Airy, North Carolina. We just got through doing, that's why I'm wearing the same shirt for 2 videos in a row. We just did a Tennessee one. We got way behind. So Mayberry Campground, Mount Airy, North Carolina. And this is a very nice private park. It has a nice level site. Some of them are a little close, nearby I would call it. I'm not going to call it close. I'll call it nearby sites.
But we had enough room.
Yes, but we had
put out our
plenty.
dog. If we can put out our dog pen, we're happy.
But we had plenty of room. We had no problem with leveling. It does have a cable hookup. It's got full service, a sewer, 50 amp, water, and all that you would need. They got a regular office where you go to check in, and then they got a camp store also. Very well stocked camp store. They have all their sites are like terraced because they assign you a site, right?
Yes, they assign you a site.
So they're terraced, which you see from the video.
And it's really scenic because you can see, the mountains in the distance, and it's the hills, and there's 2 ponds there, catch and release ponds. And it's just a really beautiful, beautiful park.
And as you saw in the video, a giant dog park.
They had so much fun, our dogs.
And they also have a trailer there with funnel cakes. I think they're open on like the weekends.
Yeah, it was funnel cakes, fried Oreos. I don't know if they do all these things. Shaved ice. That we got a funnel cake.
Yes.
I mean, it was like, how many feet from our campsite was it?
Yeah, it's
like no willpower. It's
30
right
feet.
there.
Yeah.
So we walked ourselves over there and got us a funnel cake.
We had to have a funnel cake. And it's a very nice, very clean park.
Friendly.
Great people. It's a quiet park.
They really worked with me because I was trying to piece together our travels, and I ended up staying there longer than originally. It was 3 days. We wanted to stay 3 more days, and we would have had to move And they work with us to find us a site that we would not have to move. So we appreciate that.
Now, even though all sites are full service sites, they do have restrooms and showers in case you want to use the facilities.
And it's reported they have laundry facilities, although we did not ever go look at them. Say something about that camp store, because we learned something on the day we were leaving.
Well, I just happened to walk in the camp store because I had to buy a few things. And I just happened to have a conversation with the gentleman behind the counter. I said, my electric motor on my steps, which happened, it stopped working.
Yeah.
My steps stopped working. The motors gave up
done.
the ghost.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he says, well, when you leaving? I said, well, we're getting ready to leave in a few minutes. He goes, I wish I'd have known. I could have ordered one and had it here for you tomorrow.
Yep.
Wish I'd have known that, but.
We were there 6 days.
Yeah.
We could
have got that motor and put it in and been done with it, but.
So we share that in case you need anything. They will order parts for you to get it. So I don't know what parts, but they were able to order a motor for our steps.
So when you come into the campground and you reserve and you go to the site that they send you to go to and you back in and get all that done, you might notice you don't have a picnic table. If you want a picnic table, when you go in there to check in, tell them you want a picnic table and they will bring you a picnic table. Mm-hmm. They do not keep their picnic tables at the site because they don't want to they want the mowing people to be able to mow, and they don't want their picnic tables to get weathered by leaving them out in the weather.
Yep.
But they will hook it up, put it on a tractor and bring it to you and drop it right at your campsite.
And I will say this park, it was very nice. It's, there's not a pool or anything there, but they have like seating areas out and about, little pavilions and fire pits here and there. And they're Passport America Park. And they're a Good Sam Park. And when we were there, they took both of those. And
yes.
a lot of times, campgrounds will only take one or the other. So, kudos to Mayberry Campground.
Now let me show you the map. There you go. I don't know if you see that red circle. That's where we were. There you go. That's how it looks. In case you see a site there you might ask them. Now, one of the reasons we went to the Mayberry Campground is because we wanted to go to Mayberry.
Well, Mount Airy.
Mount Airy, Mayberry, we call it. If you remember the Andy Griffith Show.
It's all things Andy Griffith.
Yes.
It's his what? I don't know if he's born there, but he was
born
raised
in Mount
there.
Airy, and that's where the TV show was centered around Mount Airy, but they called it Mayberry.
Right. You could get it was the inspiration for Mayberry.
So we went there and sat behind Andy's desk, stood in the jail, went to Wally's garage, and they got the police car there that you can ride in if you want to.
To take a tour.
You can go see Andy Griffith's house, I guess he was born in, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's Snappy Diner was the diner that was in the TV series.
And another cute downtown to walk around in with lots of little shops and whatnot. And there is a museum, the Andy Griffith Museum, that you can go in and see all kinds of memorabilia from Andy Griffith and his co-stars years.
And some of the movies like No Time for Sergeants.
Yeah, and his songs, like, did you know he recorded a lot of songs?
Yes.
It was really cool. So it was a great experience to visit there.
Yeah, and it's not far. It's like right up the street from the campground, as there is a Walmart right up the street, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes up the road, there's a Walmart, all kind of stuff. And to drive to Mount Airy downtown was not far. You can park there at the visitor center, which is where the jail and all that is, and you can walk downtown. I think it's a quarter mile to walk to the downtown area.
Gary did it.
I did it. Where Floyd's barber shop is and stuff like that. And it was a good day. You don't have to spend all day there, although you could if you like shopping in little stores and stuff like that. But it was very nice.
If you go to Snappy's, plan on waiting in line because that line was down the sidewalk. I don't know how long that line was, but it was long.
Now, if you remember the TV series, they used to go to the big city called Mount Pilot. Every now and then, Barney and Andy, maybe Thelma Lou and what's her name?
I don't know.
The other one. Anyway, they would get in the car. They would go to Mount Pilot, the big city. Well, there is a city up there, but it's not really called Mount Pilot. It's called Pilot Mountain. And there's a mountain there, Pilot Mountain. And we went there on a day trip. It's not far away either. It's about a 20-minute drive.
Easy drive.
It's actually a park, state park. And we drove through there, looked at the visitor center, and then we drove up. It's like 2 miles up. It's up now.
It's up.
And you park up there at the parking lot, and you can walk out to the observation areas to the top almost to the top of the knob, what they call the knob.
Yeah,
And I'm going to let her talk to you now about all the hiking that there is around Mount Pilot.
Right. There's a ton.
Or Pilot Mountain.
I had to go back without Gary because he didn't want to participate.
I did all my walking. I walked up to the observation. I did.
You have to walk up, and we took pictures at the overlooks, and it's really pretty, and you overlook the knob. But I went back, and the trails, you know, you can see they're just all over the place.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go.
Anyway, it's online, but I just show you that because I went back and I did the Pallet Knob Trail, which goes around the base of the knob, and it's about a half a mile, 8/10-ish, but not bad, not bad. Very scenic, very, very beautiful.
I think it was 2,400 feet up, something like that.
Yeah, views are amazing. So this is a hike that I went out back and did, and I think it was maybe around 3 or 4 miles. I don't know, but they're really knowledgeable in the visitor center. They'll tell you all about that. But I did the Pallet Knob, and then I did the Grindstone Trail down to the Ledge Spring Trail and came back up, and then back through a little bit of the Pallet Knob Trail. And there you're walking along the cliffs. I watched, because there's climbing, you can do climbing in certain areas. I watched some climbers climbing up the cliffs, and just the views were amazing. And it's fall, and it was just beautiful, beautiful, stunningly beautiful hike. I recommend it. It's not, if you don't do anything, do the Pallet Knob loop. I saw all kinds of people doing that. So if you have hiking sticks or hiking stick or hiking poles, those are helpful because there is a little bit of stepping down, stepping up, and natural rocky areas, but nothing dangerous.
So there's your hiking deal. Now there is a kind of a major highway that runs by this park, so you might hear some noise, right?
Yeah, the interstate
bad.
By the Mayberry Campground, there is an interstate there, but it did not bother us, and it was super convenient to get to. I mean, we
got off and you're there.
Got off, yeah, super easy, and then super easy to go anywhere because you just jump right back on the interstate. I think it was Interstate 74.
I think so.
Anyway, this park I've been wanting to go to for years. It's because, you know, I'm an Andy Griffith fan and I wanted to see what it was all about. So I'm glad I finally got to go, and it is definitely one that's going on the list because we make certain treks regularly, and this is one of them. So we'll be back.
So have you, anybody out there in RV land, have you ever been to Mayberry, North Carolina?
No.
If so, how did you enjoy your trip to Mayberry?
Mount Airy.
Mount Airy.
Are you talking about Mount Airy? Yeah.
To Mayberry?
We think of it as Mayberry.
Yes, Mayberry. Mount Airy.
Yeah.
You a fan of Andy Griffith Show?
Yeah.
Let us know. We sure enjoyed them.
Now, we didn't go see everything there is to see there, so drop in the comments if there's something else that we missed. And also, we want to mention that there is a house here. What is it? Ing and Ching?
Oh, yeah.
You can see the house. These were Siamese twins that I think were the original owners of the land.
Yes.
It's in there.
Yes, and they have 2 homes. They were never separated. They were Siamese twins. They were both married. One had like 11 kids and the other one had 10 kids. And they would spend 3 days in one house and then go spend 3 days in the other house. I don't know what they did on the 7th day, but it was very interesting. Yeah,
but the house is there, and the roads are named like there's Ing and Chang. I think am I saying their names right?
Yes.
Boulevard or whatever, and then Opie Street.
There, you can read about it.
Well, it's kind of hard to read about.
All you got to do is zoom it.
You could see the house there. So that's a little bit of trivia for you that, you know, you can learn about Ing and Chang and their lives back in the day.
Back in the day, yep.
So we have moved on. Happy Halloween. We're coming to you from Happy Halloween, but of course by the time you see this, it'll be later, but beautiful fall leaves. We're still enjoying it here. And as Floridians, we are digging the colors.
See, we got a pumpkin.
Yes. Right down the road.
Presbyterian Church, right at the end of the road, like from Mayberry Campground.
I'll put the name here, but anyway, they had a pumpkin patch, and we went and got these cool looking pumpkins.
And they're raised by the Navajo Indians.
Yes.
These pumpkins, and then the church sells them to fund church functions.
Yes. So happy fall, y'all.
Yep.
We'll leave these up because, hey, it's November.
So I guess with all this, I guess we're going to wrap this one up now too.
Yes.
This is Gary and Sharon. Dogs are sleeping in the pen. Rough Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Hope to see you on the road someday. Safe travels.
Safe travels.
Take
Bye.
care. Goodbye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Bye. Woohoo.
Where's my bullet?
He did want to get a shirt. The one bullet wonder, right?
One bullet. Had it in his shirt pocket.
Quarter mile, turn right onto the I-74 East ramp.
Wonder what they're building there.
Campground.
I-74 East.